All right, welcome back. Welcome, kings and queens. We're talking Carlos King, executive producer. Carlos King has set YouTube on fire because we have yet another Black woman that is standing in her truth and saying, my experience with you and your production team, it has not been safe. I felt ambushed. I did not feel protected. And not only that, I felt like you guys were pushing me. You and your production team have pushed me to do things that were probably not in the best interest of my safety. We are talking Belle Collective, So Gucci. Carlos King had her on last night as a guest. He had Maurice Scott on as a guest. He also had his resident guest, Dustin Ross, who's, Dustin, we like Dustin. Dustin has found his stride again. For a minute, Dustin, I don't know, Dustin. We kind of felt like you had been kidnapped, but he's back. And I heard that he gave Maurice Scott a run for his money last night. But here's the thing, here's the thing, everybody. Hold on, Palace. Here's the thing. The damn video disappeared, scrubbed from YouTube. Whatever it was so explosive, right? That Carlos did not want us to have access to the video. He immediately took the video private, took it off the shelf, and we can no longer view it and or watch it. Now, wow, Carlos, you're going to have to address it one way or the other. And not even this specific instance with So Gucci, but more and more women are starting to say, no, that's not how I remember that. And I've always thought it was a conflict of interest for you to interview your own cast and not give them the freedom to speak their experience. I kind of think you're setting yourself up for failure and you're playing a dangerous game because some people, you're not going to be able to intimidate them. I don't think you pay enough. Let's talk about it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
I want to jump right in. I'm going to pause. Okay, so this audio is for review and recap. And the reason why I want to outline this is I really want to utilize this so that we can hone in on the Black experience, the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience, to really get deep and dig deep into what So Gucci is saying to try to convey to Carlos, I did not feel safe. I remember Melody Cherie saying the same thing at her podcast interview with Carlos. I remember Winter Harris, I interviewed her. She also said she didn't feel safe. It was one of the most toxic, volatile work environments she's ever experienced from not only Carlos King, but the male producers. And Aikisha said, hold on. She tried to keep Carlos honest a couple of weeks ago. But let's jump in. I'll be pausing throughout just to give a little bit of educational commentary regarding my thoughts. Okay, are y'all ready? All right, here we go. Give me 1 second.
Carlos, I really felt disrespected. I did have a no contact order with Selena, which ended, I think, October the 2nd this year. And the producer was sneaking around filming her, and I just to be honest with you, we're going to keep it 100. I just feel like I was on a platform where I thought I was protected, but I didn't feel that.
Let me pause. I wanna extract the facts. See, there's facts versus. I'm sorry. There's facts versus feelings. The fact of the matter, she's saying I had a no contact order in place. That's a fact. I had a no contact order in place. You were aware of it. The producers were aware of it. However, you still violated my trust. She didn't say it in those words. This is what I'm perceiving. Okay, I'm picking up. You violated my trust. You bring her on the show anyway, and you were sneaking around filming her, and I did not have knowledge of it. The fact of the matter is there was a no contact order, in place. The other fact of the matter is she said she was not made aware that this person that she was ordered to have no contact with was indeed in the workplace environment. Let's continue.
I didn't feel that from your crew. I didn't feel protected, and it kind of confused me a little bit, and I was like, to feel protected because at the end of the day, you knew she was coming on the show. Let me answer.
I think, Carlos, that's where you made a mistake. You challenged her and how you made her feel. You should have just let her finish when she said, I did not feel protected because I was not made aware that I would be in proximity in some way or the other, that this person would be on the show. Now, let me make it very clear. I really haven't been a fan of So Gucci. I haven't. I like Selena. I believe it was mutual combat in the fight. Okay. That's neither here nor there for today's conversation. I really want to focus on what she's saying to him and how he's challenging her and her safety. And she's saying, you put me in a position where I didn't feel protected. I felt pressured by the producers. And he said, I don't know why you didn't feel safe, as opposed to hearing her and affirming, whether you agree or disagree. What you could have said is, I wasn't aware that you felt that way, and allowed her to finish. Hold on.
Let me answer what I'm asking first. I understand. I know, let me answer you though. You told me answer you. Yeah. You knew she was coming on the show. Right? I mean, I really, no, let me tell you how I found out she was on the show. Actually, let me tell you. Well,
Carlos, that's a little bit of manipulation because you knew she was coming on the show. And she's saying, so we know she did not know. She found out eventually. But no, you didn't give her a heads up. So let's not do that, because now you put her in a position. You are her superior. You are her boss, technically. So it's almost like, adults when we were little, are you calling me a liar? And you be like, shit. You are lying, but I can't say liar because that would be disrespectful. So let me clean it up a bit. And you put her in a position to not be able to tell the truth. So she had to clean it up a little bit.
filming the baby shower, and Latrice posted a picture on social media where they were actually at the baby shower. I said, they're filming the baby shower? I didn't know that. Maybe some of the other bells knew. Carlos,
Carlos, she was not aware. You know you didn't make her aware. I'm going to ride with her. If she says she didn't know it and she's saying it in your face on your podcast, I was not aware. I felt unprotected. I felt pressured. I didn't know. And that makes me feel like you were scheming against me. No, I did not know. Now, some of the other bells, some of the other cast members may have been made aware, but not me. What are your thoughts, y'all? So she says again in this one for the third or fourth time, I did not know. I was not made aware.
I didn't know. Listen, there was a conversation about her joining the show. You knew about her joining the show. And at the end of the day, when it came for y'all to be in the same room, we understood about this no contact order. But we also knew too that when it came to y'all being in the same space, that we were going to respect the boundaries of that. And that's why when you left the improv class, you left and Letitia went after you to try to get you to stay. And I'm not going to give away what happened the rest of the season, but I do think at the end of the day, there is some sort of accountability on your part that should be there based on you really, let's be real here, you really wanted to figure things out with her.
Carlos has a bad habit, in my opinion, of speaking for others and putting words in their mouth. He did it with Lisa Ray. And I love the fact, one thing I liked about that Lisa Ray interview, she understands who she is. She understands who she is. She's an excellent listener, and she followed him. She allowed him to lead the interview, but she also jumped in and course corrected when she needed to, when he was wrong. Because I remember he said, you married the love of your life. And she said, he wasn't the love of my life. And I know you were in love. She said, I wasn't in love. And you weren't? And that's why I think it's important for you to slow down, Carlos, with women. You really don't know us. You can't speak for us. Don't put words in our mouth. Don't assume every woman is the same. And I've noticed him do that quite often. And it's a behavior that I think is leaving you disconnected from what people are attempting to say to you in the moment. I.e., so Gucci said, I didn't feel protected. I wasn't made aware. Now, she's trying to do her best to be respectful because there is a level of respect she has to maintain for you because you do hold a position of power. But let me go back and listen to it again.
You really, let's be real here, you really wanted to figure things out with her.
Did she tell you, I really want to figure things out, or was she open to the dialogue? That still does not alleviate or clear you from the part of tricking her. Okay, yeah, you may have come to her later and said, would you be open to working things out with Selena? And she says, yes. That doesn't mean I agree with you ambushing me, putting me in a psychologically unsafe position.
And you really did regret what happened when it was revealed how, you made that comment, the drink was thrown, all that stuff. So when it came to that, that is what happened. And we also had security there too. So again, you were in a situation blind.
No means no. I wouldn't give a damn if you had the National Guard there, the United States of America Army, the Navy, the Marines. No means no. If she said no prior to you approaching her about having a dialogue, there is a no contact order. I don't care about your security. What I care about and what she's trying to say is you cross my boundaries. And Carlos, you've crossed a lot of boundaries. And I think you're going to have to address it. And you're going to have to address it. What would be nice is if you address it with somebody that does not have a allegiance to you.
Blindly, but I also understand that at the end of the day, you, JJ, I didn't know.
Oh, so he pulled this. This is a part of the audio. I guess he did not want us to hear and or see. But Carlos, you're gonna have to take the wins with the losses with the wins because the show is tanking. Love and Marriage Huntsville. You blame the audience for that. Who are you blaming for the other cast members' experience? The people that are having like not so nice experiences with you. It's your job. If you win, you get the round of applause. If it's not so good, you're still responsible. So I think it's a huge mistake that you took it down. I think it's a very cowardly move. I think you should have left it up. I think you should have left it up. I think it would have shown a sign of maturity, acceptance, and accountability on your part since we are talking accountability. Y'all, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like Carlos King is going to course correct anytime soon, or it is what it is? What are your thoughts? Was So Gucci out of line? Did she have every right to speak to her experience with Kingdom Reign production? I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. Please join me in the chat.